And yeah, focusing on the one breath. Also, just finished up a Mondo Zen, 4 sessions of Mondo Zen, if you're familiar with that. And it's dialing in on the breath and certain mantras for meditating. And there's a way to, I felt and visualized and had the sensations of what they call clear, deep heart mind,
Hmm.
and sitting and noticing. And then the guy rings a bell, and I felt the bell in my body, my heart, my head, hear it, see the sounds, just listening to that and listening to whatever there is, whatever's going on. And then some Alan Watts came on the other day, titled "Listen." His little speech
Mm.
on listening, and he's like, "All right, just you hear the sounds, the buzzing of the room, or the wind, or birds chirping outside, and then there's all these thought forms and these ideas that come up, and we associate so deeply. We become so close to these kinds of things, like they're who we are, our identity, what we're here to do. But what if we just view those or listen to those as if they're background noise, birds outside the window, the wind, and not associating with it so much, like creating space for all of it to just be noise, things to listen to."
That's really hard for me to um to transition to stuff like this. I'm very acoustic. I'm very like noise really gets to me and certain pitches and stuff. So I got these I got these like noise blockers. They're called Flare Audio,
Mm,
and they got like three different sizes for your ears. And it's basically like a metal plug
mm,
and then a rubbery plug, and then the rubbery part goes into your ear. And it's, oh my God, I can hear myself breathe. And ideally, I want to accomplish what you were just saying, like sitting down and okay, there's the birds over there, there's whatever it is over there. But it takes so much effort and so much time to just sit down and like every single day, okay, I can hear traffic. I really think like I have like, like superhero hearing to the point it's my own detriment, to the point it's debilitating.
mm,
And being there, like sitting down and being like, oh my God, like every single little sound, even I mean, I know where it stems from. It's from like individual circuitry and human design, which is like specifically very acoustic, like all knowing everything comes audibly. And if I put these on, it's like I can I can hear only myself breathing, and if I'm walking, I just hear the hitting of the foot on the ground, and that's it. And then what happens to me is I shift my perception from like hearing to being more focused on my eyes. So it's almost like I have a big hoodie on, which is kind of preventing everything here. But then I can't rely on my hearing to kind of hear cars in traffic or people around me, and then I have to use my eyes more. And that grounds me. That grounds me so much because I have to walk around and really look at things. And if I don't use the plugs, I walk around and I basically don't. It's the difference between for me living life like reactively or really choosing things. If I block out the noise, I'm choosing with my eyes where to go. Okay, that person's over there, that's happening over there. But if I don't have the blockers, I'm walking around and everything is like a reflex. I'm walking around and like, oh, I have to go there. Oh, there's a car over there. There's a person there, or somebody spoke something. My body just goes on its own. So yeah, I don't know. I've tried the thing you are describing, the Zen aspect, sitting down, okay, I'm gonna ground in this environment. Even Eckhart Tolle speaks something similar, where he says, okay, you're trying to meditate, and then there's like somebody's drilling a wall, like five stories away. Just make that drilling a part of your meditation. Like, fuck you, Eckhart. I don't know. It doesn't work for me like that. I'm just kidding. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I hear you for sure. It's definitely challenging. I just started doing it again with this Mondo Zen practice. Um, like a dogs when they bark, sometimes it's like, ooh, I feel it, like it hits my ear, hits my body. But a lot of times I'm like, hey, shut up. That's the reaction that comes.
Mm,
That reaction is covering up the sensation of it, right? Like I feel it, my ear, I hear it, it goes whoosh, it goes down to my chest, whoosh. I feel these sensations too. Um, and then tuning into like, I was calling the phone people a lot. My phone was acting up and I was getting so angry. And then I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna listen, sit.
mm,
And I felt it so much in my chest and in my belly and in my head. Just this, these sensations. And it
mm,
becomes a sensation and a feeling rather than, I'm so angry at them. How dare they? And all this
mhm,
dark word magic can come out, damaging and then creating more stress.
mm,
Just observing it as a feeling and a sensation, like, um, and I really like what you're sharing too about these noise blockers. That sounds really awesome. And just being able to tune in and just listen to your heartbeat and listen to yourself walking down the street.
mm,
And then you're tuning more in with your eyes and like, okay, now I can see everything because
mhm,
our senses can just be kind of in the background and we're okay. We're surviving. We're not under attack. So we can
mhm,
on
mhm,
autopilot.
mhm.
And I really like that. I would love to get some of those ear blockers.
I also wonder, like, if you know how autistic people kind of have them because they're kind of super sensitive to things. So I totally resonate with that. And I was thinking, like, if if you're walking around and like you say autopilot, how much of the hearing, since you got like the towers, the Wi-Fi towers, you got like I'm my point is how much of the movement and twitches and sense of direction and things pushing and pulling you are actually frequencies we don't even hear. Because I had instances of, and now especially like with scalar and all these technologies, it's here. I don't actually hear the thing, but I know I can feel the difference over time. I can feel kind of on my body different things. And then if I'm walking down the street, it sometimes happens that I'm walking and suddenly the whole body first goes like this. And then I'm like, okay, what was that? And then five, four, three, two, one, there's a bus woof, going past. So
Wow.
I heard it like 5 seconds earlier when it kind of broke. I kind of always imagine it like you say, slapping you in the face. It's almost like being like on a hip hop concert or drum and bass concert where it's almost like you're being fucking bitch slapped by the subwoofer and it's your whole body's reverberating. And I'm gonna feel that, and then okay, something's coming, and then it's a bus. Then I'm like, okay, wow, this thing that is now debilitating me because I'm in this environment with so many sounds from all different directions because it's the city. If I was in a jungle, this thing would save my life. This thing would keep me alive. So, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that's an interesting point too about the frequencies, like being in a city too. And we just get hit with things or thoughts come up or emotions come up and like for me. It can just be like, fuck, just like these outbursts. And also, same thing with thoughts. Like, we don't really like hear them. At least I don't think so. It's just
Mm,
communication, words that are present now all of a
mm,
sudden. It's not like they show up in our mind. It's just like there. So it's not, maybe it's not even really our head or our brain or our mind. Like they don't have a location, these
mhm,
thoughts. And same with these frequencies, 5G towers, whatever else type of uh, probably installated toxic frequencies that are in big cities. It can just come and affect us. And yeah, really tuning in and tapping in. And I think these ear canceling things could be a big assistance with that too. If you're just like listening to your heartbeat and then you feel a bus coming by 5 seconds after you get that sensation, and then it's like, whoa, like, what is this sensation? Where does that coming from? Maybe it's not me, but we think it's us, and then we go,
mm,
and then it's like, oh, then it becomes mine when I speak that into the world or share these thoughts or whatever.